This is the 51st meeting of the Monetary Policy Committee, that is the MPC, and this is how it goes. The flexible inflation targeting framework has completed 8 years since its introduction in 2016. This is a major structural reforms of 21st century India. It stands out for its committee approach to decision making, transparency of policy-making process and communication, accountability hinging upon quantitatively defined inflation target, and operational independence. Over the years, the framework has matured across various interest rate cycles and monetary policy stances. When I look back, I can say with confidence that the flexible inflation targeting has served us well over the years and has proved its mettle. It brought about an era of price stability in the pre-COVID-19 period, with inflation averaging around the target rate of 4%. Thereafter, despite continuing global turmoil from multiple sources in the last 4 years or so, the flexibility embedded in the flexible inflation targeting framework has helped us to effectively address these unprecedented challenges while supporting growth. Monetary policy in India was able to respond to the economic slowdown decisively and swiftly in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, and again preemptively during the build-up of inflationary pressures after the war began in Ukraine in early 2022. The prevailing well-balanced growth inflation dynamics is indeed a testimony to the success of this monetary policy framework. Let me now turn to the decisions and deliberations of the Monetary Policy Committee. The Monetary Policy Committee met on, and this time, as you would be aware, this time we have 3 new external members in the MPC. The Monetary Policy Committee with 3 new external members met on 7th, 8th and 9th October. And after assessing the evolving macroeconomic and financial conditions and the outlook, the MPC decided by a majority of 5 out of 6 members to keep the policy repo rate unchanged at 6.5%. Consequently, the standing deposit facility, that is the SDF rate, remains at 6.25%, and the marginal standing facility, that is the MSF rate and the bank rate, they stand at 6.75%. Further, the MPC decided unanimously to change the stance, that is the stance of the monetary policy, to neutral, and also decided to, let me read it again, the MPC decided unanimously to change the stance to neutral and to remain unambiguously focused on a durable alignment of inflation with the target while supporting growth. The MPC noted that currently the macroeconomic parameters of inflation and growth are well balanced. Headline inflation is on a downward trajectory, though its pace has been slow and uneven. Going forward, the moderation in headline inflation is expected to reverse in September and likely to remain elevated in the near term due to adverse base effects, among other factors. Food inflation pressures could see some easing later in the financial year on the back of strong Kharif sowing, adequate buffer stocks and good soil moisture conditions, which are conducive for Rabi sowing. Adverse weather events continue to pose contingent risks to food inflation. Core inflation, on the other hand, appears to have bottomed out. Fuel component of the CPI remains in contraction. Domestic growth has sustained its momentum, with private consumption and investment growing in tandem. Resilient growth gives us the space to focus on inflation so as to enable its durable descent to the 4% target. In these circumstances, the MPC decided to remain watchful of the evolving outlook in the coming months. Keeping in view the prevailing inflation and growth conditions and the outlook, the MPC considered it appropriate to change the stance to neutral and to remain, I repeat, and to remain unambiguously focused on a durable alignment of inflation with the target, while of course supporting growth.